Aging is a multifaceted process, deeply rooted in both biology and the inevitable passage of time. While we often perceive aging as simply the number of years we've lived, there's a more complex picture behind it that reveals why our bodies deteriorate in ways that many find painful and disheartening. Dr. Morgan Levine, a prominent professor of biology, touches on the essence of this complexity, stating that aging is an accumulation of biological and molecular changes that impede our body's optimal functioning. These changes lead to the chronic diseases and pains many of us experience as we age. While this is the unfortunate reality, science offers a sliver of hope that these processes can be slowed, or perhaps even reversed, though this remains far from a certainty. One key idea in aging science is the distinction between chronological and biological age. Chronological age is the number on your birth certificate, while biological age reflects the actual state of your body's systems and tissues. This means that someone can be chronologically 50, but biologically resemble someone in their 60s or even 40s. The dream is to slow or reverse biological aging, and therapies aiming to do this have gained traction in recent years. Still, as hopeful as this sounds, it's important to understand that there's no magic bullet. These are still experimental and fraught with challenges. The idea that we can fundamentally change the aging process is exciting, but it's not an overnight solution. Additionally, Dr. Levine discusses the link between aging and genetics. Only about 10 to 20% of our lifespan is genetically determined, leaving us with a significant amount of control over how fast we age. This may be comforting to some, but it also means the responsibility falls heavily on our lifestyle choices, such as diet and exercise. If longevity was simply about good genes, it would be easy to blame aging on factors beyond our control. Unfortunately, even the most rigorous habits can't prevent all forms of aging. A troubling aspect of this scientific optimism is that many of the therapies aimed at extending youth or health span, the period of life spent free of disease, remain unproven. The idea of halting aging altogether is still in the realm of science fiction. Though we can reverse certain cellular processes, the notion of freezing an individual at a specific age without any biological decline is, for now, a pipe dream. Similarly, while advances in cell rejuvenation show promise, they are not yet practical or safe enough for widespread use. Moreover, the discussion about women aging differently than men introduces another layer of complexity. Women tend to live longer than men, but are at greater risk for debilitating conditions like osteoporosis and Alzheimer's disease. This imbalance calls into question whether increased longevity is truly an achievement when it comes at the cost of enduring chronic illness. The societal expectations surrounding aging, particularly for women, also complicate the narrative. The pressure to maintain youthful appearances can contribute to dissatisfaction and potentially unhealthy practices. Furthermore, the rise of aging-related diseases is a growing concern. While there is hope that scientific advancements could prevent or mitigate conditions like dementia, Alzheimer's, and frailty, the reality is that modern medicine has not yet found a solution that can prevent these diseases from affecting so many individuals in their later years. Health span is a more nuanced goal than merely extending life. It's about preserving quality of life for as long as possible. The stark truth is that people often live for decades with diseases that rob them of vitality, and there's no guarantee that future treatments will completely erase the agony of this experience. In the realm of practical advice, Dr. Levine notes that lifestyle changes like a plant-based diet, exercise, and avoiding toxins could help slow aging. These may seem simple, but their impact cannot be overstated. Yet, for all the positive potential, there's an underlying reality that these measures cannot halt aging altogether. We can only hope to mitigate its effects. Ultimately, as we look to the future of aging science, it's essential to temper our expectations. The idea of a cure for aging, or even a significant delay, is still a distant prospect. Despite advancements, many therapies remain speculative, with little long-term evidence to support their efficacy. Therefore, while the possibility of reversing some aspects of aging is an exciting frontier, it's important to acknowledge the limits of current science and embrace the reality that we must focus on managing aging rather than conquering it.